Hey everybody, Dr. Jeff Riggenbaugh back here with you on another Tips Tuesday, where each week I bring you one tip for dealing with those difficult people in your life that continue to do the things you don't want them to do and don't do the things that you do want them to do. Today we are continuing our series on top 10 tips for dealing with bullies, and we have made it to tip number 9. Tip number 9, finally, which is simply to limit interaction. Sometimes it's appropriate to limit interaction. Now, again, this is where different personalities are different. With a lot of people, I will end up about knock the camera down there. Sorry about that. A lot of people, I'm coaching them to learn to set boundaries and stand up for themselves and be more assertive in appropriate ways and those kinds of things, because they err sort of on this end of the spectrum. But some people err sort of on this end of the spectrum, where they could benefit from learning to limit their interactions a little bit more. So for some people, it can be helpful to ask the question, how does this benefit me? How does this benefit the company? A lot of people have had a bully in their personal life. And so even if it's sort of out of their lane, so to speak, they always want to jump in, always want to have something to say. Limit interaction when possible. Maybe you're not in their department. Maybe not on any committees, or you don't have to interact with them in the hallway very often. Or maybe you're even on their team, but there are still ways to interact with them on a limited basis. Maybe you have a monthly meeting that you have to sit in with them. Just because we have a disagreeing opinion doesn't mean we have to always share it. And so for some people, it can be helpful. And really, to be honest with ourselves, if we're about to speak up, because it's often going to trigger a bully, and again, there are places to speak up, but to ask ourselves, is this really going to benefit the team? Is this really going to benefit the company? Is this really necessary? Or in the grand scheme of things, what would happen if I don't say anything? Do I always need to challenge them because I know it's going to trigger them? And sometimes it's best just to limit my interaction with that person. A lot of escalations, particularly in the workplace, but also really in all settings, could be avoided if certain people could learn to strategically limit their interaction with bullies. For my entire top 10 tips, hardly get it off my tongue there, for dealing with bullies, or to watch my webinar for dealing with all of the 8 different types of difficult people, click those links below. If you're finding this free social media series helpful, I would really appreciate it if you would click that like button, share, or subscribe so that others could benefit from it as well. Hope everybody has a great week, and I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Bye for now.